Hi guys, welcome to another episode of People in Product, where we talk about everything product with people who belong to the African tech ecosystem. And today we have someone who happens to be my namesake, Ojoawo, who works as a product designer at INBEV. I hope I got the pronunciation
Yeah,
right.
you got it.
Hi Anu, how are you
Hello,
doing
Anu.
today?
That sounds great. Hi, Anu. Hello, Anu.
How are you
I'm
doing?
fine, thank you.
It's so good to have you here today. Thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome. It's a
All
pleasure.
right, so let's move straight into the video. So let's just start by talking about you. Who is Anu? Can you just give us a brief background about yourself, school, work, anything, just something interesting about yourself?
Okay, so I'm Anu. Um,
Okay.
I'm from Oyo State.
Oh,
I'm a
interesting.
product designer. I work with INBEV. That's Anshabush INBEV. It's a beer company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we design.
Sorry, do you take the beer that you guys do?
Not exactly, sir. I don't drink. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
I don't drink. So we design. So you might be wondering what a beer company is doing with a product designer. So we design solutions for internal solutions for our customers, our consumers, our distributors,
Okay.
our sellers, and stuff like that. So enough about that.
Brief background about yourself.
Okay, so I
School.
studied geology in OAU, Obafemi
Okay.
Awolowo University. I studied geology, and then I briefly went after graduation. I briefly went into digital marketing before discovering product design. My interests. People find it weird that I don't watch football.
Wow.
I don't do that, but I'm a staunch WWE fan. Wrestling, professional
Okay.
wrestling. I love it. I love professional wrestling. What else? I love good music too. Jazz to be particular. In particular, I love jazz a whole lot. So I think that's pretty much.
So at what point did your progression into product design start? When did you make a switch? I mean, from geology to product design, there's no correlation
Okay.
at all.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, I studied geology
Yeah.
in school. So after graduation, I was writing because I like writing.
Okay.
So I was a freelance writer for some time, and during my freelance career, I discovered digital marketing.
Okay.
So I was in digital marketing, e-commerce to be specific. So and then from e-commerce, I discovered product design. So that was about 3 years ago. So on discovering product design, I realized that I've been doing UX, UI product design for some time because
Okay.
over time, when I was in e-commerce, I had the opportunity of building websites,
Okay.
e-commerce website with CMS, Shopify to be specific. So switching to product design was kind of very
Very
smooth for
easy,
me because
yeah.
of my background. Also, in digital marketing, you do social media, you do graphics. So you have to do graphics for your social media and stuff like that. So I had some background in graphics design, I had some
Okay.
background in writing, I had some background in e-commerce and digital marketing. So everything just kind
added
of
up and it's
worked
very
together,
easy,
and
yeah.
it helped me a lot. It kind of made it fast-tracked my career
Okay.
in a very big way. And one of the favorite things I like designing is dashboards. So in e-commerce, we use dashboards a lot.
I always ran away from dashboards for a very long
So
time.
it's actually fun. There are secrets to dashboards. It's very
Okay.
easy for me, in quotes. So I was exposed to a lot of dashboards as a
Oh.
digital marketer. So it's kind of helped me
Made it
when I
easier for
started
you.
product design
Oh,
professionally.
that's very interesting. So if you're not designing, what will you be doing?
Man, you see me design this morning.
Yeah. I saw it.
So I design a lot. So if I'm not designing, I'm watching TV, WWE, watching that or seeing a movie. But I've been bored with movies of recent. So that's what I do, and sleep. Only
Very
at night.
important.
It's very important. So I don't go out too. So that's pretty much what I do.
So like how many years do you say you've been fully into product design now?
Okay, so professionally, I'll say 3 years.
Okay.
Professionally, 3 years.
Oh, that's interesting. So okay, enough about you now. So we know that designing is all about solving problems, basically through apps and websites. So my question now is that how many more products are we going to keep on designing? Because I know that there are so many products that solve like the same problem. So how many more products are we going to develop? How many more problems are we going to have to solve in the long
Okay.
run?
Like you are in Nigeria, problem no dey finish.
Not the finish. Yes.
So as long as we still have problems, we keep on coming with solutions because you know where the world is rolling towards now. Everything is going digital,
Yeah.
and we are talking about the metaverse. There's AR, there's VR,
Yeah.
NFTs. Like a lot of stuff are just things still in development. So there will always be design because problems will keep coming. There are things that we still want to make life easier than this in our world. So we won't stop designing. That's just the truth. We won't stop design. Design has been existing since man existed.
Yeah.
So we might not see it as design, but it was design. So as long as man exists, I
There
believe
always be
design
There
will
always be a
keep on,
problem to
and
solve.
problem no dey finish. So
Yeah.
that's
So
we
even
won't stop designing.
Speaking about the metaverse that you mentioned, now this one that we're transitioning into the metaverse. So design, is it going to what is the change going to be like? Will it be easy for us to transition from designing normal products to the designing for the metaverse? How do you think it's going to be like?
Okay, so in every field there's always evolution. Evolution comes with every field. Tech, there's always evolution. You know, years ago, 20 years ago, we most of us might not imagine that we would be where we are today. This is my phone. You know, back then, if you're not rich, if you were a very rich person, you get a cellular. But now you can do almost everything at the tip of our fingers. So the metaverse still seems like it's still pretty much new, and it's evolving. Discoveries are being made every day. People are still trying to understand what it really means. Even me myself, I'm still trying to understand. But I have a fundamental knowledge about the metaverse, where it's going. So it will get to a stage where we would embrace it. Normally things evolve, and then the transition, there's always a transition process. There's always you know, look at social media, for instance. You know how things were years back. Look at where we are today.
Yeah.
So there's always a transition. Look at design, for instance. Now, back in the day, tech was just about developers, people that could. Like designers didn't really have a space. But it came to a point where design became a big deal. Back then, when designers came on board, they were using Photoshop to draw wireframes and stuff like that. But look at where we are today. Like you can't have a successful product if design is not involved. I'm not just talking about UI design. So the metaverse, we'll catch up with the metaverse, definitely.
Are you excited about it?
I'm not yet an enthusiast. Actually, I'm not yet it's there's a lot of controversy around it. Like people are saying they're trying to brainwash us. So I'm still trying to understand it anyway. But it seems like a very nice concept.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward
to it. So one thing I just have at the back of my mind is that things might look strange to us because it seems it's actually new. It's like a new concept, and a lot of minds can't really process what it's all about. So for me, I'm just sitting back and looking at where we are going with it. But I'm actually interested in it. I'm not yet an enthusiast. I'm in the process of becoming an enthusiast, but I know that it's possible. It's definitely one of the ways we are headed. Yeah, look at blockchain, for instance. Now. Look at what blockchain is doing. We're talking about Web3 and stuff like that. So yeah. So looking at history, looking at things that seem to be impossible years back and where we are today. So I believe that the metaverse too is the way to go. So I'm still trying to connect with it anyways.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. All right. So thank you so much, Anu. So before we go, I would like us to just play a short game.
Okay.
A short quiz. So let's just see how well you know your design. Okay, so I'll try to be very nice. Okay, so the first question is, what is the name of the color on the cover of the first edition of the color of the kettle, sorry, on the first edition of Design of Everyday Things by Don Norman? I don't think you need options.
Red. Is it red?
Are you sure? Let me give you options. We have red, we have yellow, and we have gray.
It's gray.
Are you sure?
I can't remember, honestly. I just thought there's a kettle. I can't remember.
Okay, so you're actually right. The first time it was red.
Red was the first thing that came to me.
Yeah. So about that book, what do you have? Have you read the book before?
I've not, but I've seen a lot of. I've not read it in detail, but I've seen a lot of snippets, a lot of quotes, a lot of references from the book.
Yeah, I actually started reading it. I know it's a book that is very fundamental for people who are just starting off in product design, and it just explains a lot. Not, it's not even just restricted to design alone. It has to do with every other product that we interact with on a daily basis as well. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so another question. Um, how many usability heuristics for UI design did Jakob Nelson come up with? Let me give you options.
Okay.
We have 7, we have 12, and we have 10.
It's 10.
Okay, you got this
10.
one.
I still remember my theory.
Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, so another question. We have 3 more to go. What is the default font size in most browsers? We have 16, we have 12, and we have 14px.
So web or mobile?
Browser, web browser.
Okay, so 16. That should be the average size for usability. For usability purpose, 16.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, you got that right. Okay, so let me just ask you the second to the last question. Who coined the term user experience? We have Steve Jobs, we have Don Norman, and we have Jakob Nelson. Steve Jobs, Don Norman, and Jakob Nelson.
God. I'm stuck between Jacob Nelson and Don Norman.
Just pick one.
It's Don Norman.
Okay, yes, you got that one. Okay, so now this last question. Let me see how well you know your Latin.
Okay.
Finish this phrase. Lorem ipsum dolor se amet.
Let me just run the plugin from Figma.
I'm sorry, you can't
That's
do
the only
that
thing
over
I know.
here.
You said what?
Just remaining 3. Just the next 3.
Lorem ipsum dolor
se amet.
si amet.
I'm giving you
There's something like
options.
sec. You have that sec.
Yes, he has sec there.
You've stolen
I
all the
myself
answers
can't
from
pronounce
me.
it. It's consecutive. I don't worry, but don't worry.
Okay.
You shall get the point. All right. So, what do you say is your advice for those who are just new in the tech space and they want to transition into design? Like following all of these questions that we've asked now, there are fundamental things that every designer should actually know. So, what would be your advice to them?
Okay, so I've had the opportunity of mentoring designers over time, and I kind of know how they should get started. So the first thing is this: be exposed to products as much as possible.
Okay.
It has a long way to go. As far as your development is concerned, be exposed to as many products as possible. I mean, when you open an app, don't just operate the app. Study the app.
Yeah.
Look at how things work. Look at the things you like on the app. It's as simple as that. Take screenshots. Whatever you want to do, just do it. So that's the first thing. So that has to do with observation. You have to be very observant as a beginner. So it has a way of framing your mind. That's a way of framing your mind to always churn out good designs. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you can't stop learning. You can't stop learning. So keep learning, watch videos, follow great designers out there, subscribe to YouTube channels. Like one of my favorite designers, Ran Segal, is an Israeli. So I like the guy a lot, Flux Academy. I watch his videos a lot. He's all round. So don't stop learning. That's the second thing. Don't stop practicing. You keep designing and designing and design. Even right now, I've designed a lot of products, but there's some things I'll do. I'll be like, wow, this thing busts my head. Like I'll be impressed with myself. So it's just because I've designed over time and I see that I'm getting better. So it's just natural for you to get better the more you design. And you know that I stated some things first before mentioning you designing like frequently. I said be observant, and then don't stop learning. These are the 2 things that would help you to get better. So that's just the 3 basic things I'll tell beginners.
Okay. All right. So you heard that: be observant, don't stop learning, and don't stop practicing. Thank you so much, Anu, for coming on the show today.
You're welcome,
Thank you
Anu.
so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you all in the next episode. much.